It's called answering emails, and so then we'll just throw a couple dummy emails in there saying, Dear Al, Betty from New Jersey writes, what were you thinking when you were wearing that cowboy hat and doing a cocaine bye?
Right, all those questions that you feel uncomfortable asking, you just say you got emailed to you.
And I said, we'll put a couple interns on hold on the phone lines, and we'll dummy them up and have them be callers. From
Learn how to work. Come on, Tuck.
If this radio gig ever goes out from under you, you ought to consider producing television.
Never in a million years, my friend. Never. Because you know why? Because
he'd have to run onto the set.
Well, no, because I would I have to be in. I can't answer to anybody. I mean, I can't But I have a great idea. Right now we just thought of having Al Sharpton on. We're going to throw him 4 curveballs. 2 are going to come from email, 2 from a caller. The host, Tucker Carlson, who's a friend of his, was going to just have a certain amount of plausibility by saying, hey, I can't help what's on the phone lines. And then you know what? And the overthinker upstairs would say, legal said and standards and practices says you can't do it. I'd be like, that ain't you can shove it right up your deal, kid. That's
That's nice. I like it.
We are.
I mean, look. Yeah, I believe in my heart that I'm entering into that world right now. Look, you have no idea, maybe you do, how wide open my TV experience has been. I've just shown up for work every day for more than 10 years with a show and tried to have, to think of something. And that's it. I mean, no one has been in charge.
God,
no one
if you just had my tools, if you just had my guys, just my resources, in my little world that I have with Manson and Ned on the parody elements, Brent, there's nobody that does a television show that has parody elements. Well, you know what? Jon Stewart does a little bit. Our show kind of mirrors that in a way. Jon Stewart's show kind of resembles what a successful talk show would have with the various parody elements and, stunts
interviews
and stuff like that.
And stunts, yeah.
Do you ever see Red Eye on Fox?
No.
That's the show that talk about those Canadians hate those people more than they hate you.
Yeah. That's that guy Greg Gutfeld. It's the 3 a.m. show on Fox News.
Yeah,
that guy is really funny. Really funny.
Are those guys gay? Because they sound like it. Like the clips that I listened to, I was like, are these guys gay?
3 a.m. on Fox. He's really going places.
Is married to a Russian model.
3 a.m. Spice makes a great point. 3 a.m. on Fox. You're really a ratings juggernaut now, aren't you?
Well, actually, they get a better rating. I mean, that's midnight on the West Coast. They get a better rating than a lot of MSNBC shows at 3 a.m.
But Tucker, if you just had my resources with some parody elements and then a couple good writers and a couple good show bookers like Brent and Spice, then a Manson, and I don't know what you do with Ned, but God, you'd be killing it.
I would definitely do a Ned.
You'd be killing it.
If I had Ned, man, I'd be hosting the Today Show by now.
Ned, right. Ned, you could be you're like the Willie Nelson drug PCP version of Ed McMahon.
I would be the yin to his yang.
It'd be like, Exactly.
There's more people laugh at old Tuck's jokes.
And there's more people in this country that are more Ned-like than you know. Seriously.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know a lot of Ned figures. I have a couple Ned figures in my life.
Yeah, exactly. Older guys, that are
OxyContin. The whole thing.
That are mavericks, that are lone wolves.
It's the white trashification of America.
Yeah, it's the got lucky, won the lottery, white trashification of America.
I'm totally for that. If I had a producer like that, I'd be in much better shape.
If and when, right now you're just, you're gonna do, spots here and there. But if and when you ever get your own show, man, you got to let us help.
Yeah, we can help you a lot.
I actually will, and I think I'm doing a documentary soon.
About what?
I don't know. I got to go back up and talk to them about it.
You might want to know what it is.
They wanted me to do one this summer.
And then what's up with the website now that you signed on to Fox?
Yeah,
Oh no, I'm doing the dailycaller.com. I'm doing it.
Hold on,
and it should be up in about a month.
Pork Chop from Indiana. He's on hold. He can't go anywhere, Brent. You know what his topic is?
What?
Needs our advice, and particularly Spice, how to convince his girlfriend to get an abortion. Which leads me...
God.
Yeah, which Pork Chop from Indiana. Don't go anywhere. Which leads me to my next topic. Tucker, you didn't start off on a very good foot when you researched the president's speech of which, South Bend, Indiana, that he said abortion 7 times.
Well, I never said he didn't. I said...
Well, you did.
No, I didn't. That's not what I said. I said, in a Washington Post chat that was picked up by Media Matters, which what a bunch of losers, and then Keith Olbermann parroted it because he's a moron.
No, hold on. Let's just get something straight. He's Keith Olbermann, man. Come on. I know that,
I know Keith Olbermann very well, and Keith Olbermann is the biggest loser I have ever met.
Well, you know
ever
what?
Met.
I got to fundamentally.
The people work for him. His personal life is more dysfunctional. He is the I mean, he is
taking shots.
No, literally, you couldn't stand, Bubba, and I'm not just saying this, you couldn't stand 3 days in his presence.
Yes, I could.
But let me just say, I never said Obama didn't use the word abortion. I said Obama, when he was saying, let's use real language to talk about abortion, he never mentioned that the basic rhetoric, pro-choice and pro-life, are themselves misleading.
Did you did you hear the Oberman piece?
Yeah, I heard the Oberman piece, and I read and he just parroted the Media Matters thing. And look, I've made a lot of mistakes, and when I make a mistake, I do own up to it, actually, and I always have, and I always will. But they completely misread what I was saying. My point is, if you want to make the debate over abortion civil and intelligent, stop using phrases like pro-choice and pro-life. Those are stupid. Call it what it is: abortion.
The minute. Let's hear the minute. Is it the first time that you've ever been one of the worst people in the world?
I don't know. I don't watch that show. Someone just sent me the clip this morning.
A lot of people do, though. A lot of people watch the show. Very successful.
I mean, some people. No, a lot of people. I mean, come on.
He beats O'Reilly most of the times.
It never beats O'Reilly.
25-54 occasionally, yeah.
Oh, come on.
Stand by for the clip. Minute 4.
Runner-up, Tucker Carlson of Fix News, appearing in an online chat for the Washington Post yesterday. He criticized President Obama's stance on addressing abortion head-on in his commencement speech, protested by the anti-choice crowd at Notre Dame on Sunday. He wrote, "You can't have a real conversation about abortion if you're afraid to use the word. Pro-choice, pro-life, those are slogans designed to obscure..."
So are you saying that you're afraid to use the word pro-choice and pro-life, or are you afraid to use the word abortion?
No, I was saying that Obama was calling for a more civil, intelligent conversation about abortion, and I agree with Obama on that completely. He never mentioned the fact the rhetoric that people use, pro-choice, pro-life, is ridiculous. Let's just have a normal conversation. Even Keith Olbermann, the anti-choice crowd. What kind of moron would you have to be to call it anti-choice? What does that mean? Choice about what? It's a debate about whether abortion should be legal or not.
Stand by.
That's what the debate is.
So let's call it what it is. Got to be a good first step. Obama, who's deeply interested in language, knows this, but not surprisingly failed to mention it because, despite Sunday's rhetoric, he's as hardened an ideologue on this issue as anyone who heckled him. Carlson's implication here is that somehow Obama was afraid to use the word, failed to mention it, wouldn't call it what it is. Ahem.
And of course, nowhere do these questions come up more powerfully than on the issue of abortion. You oppose abortion, seeking abortions. You disagree with abortion. On abortion, abortion, and abortion.
You know what else helps a real conversation? Knowing or being honest about whether the president in the conversation was afraid to use the word or whether he used the word 7 times.
Ooh. And Tucker, you're full hot on this.
First of all, that wasn't my implication.
Oh, man,
and second, to suggest I was being dishonest or stupid, I mean, why go? I mean, that's...
Now,
you know what I mean? That's so unfair.
Served.
That's not what I said. That's not what I meant.
Hold on, Spice just said it.
And why would I'm never dishonest.
Spice, tell him.
I mean, he politically served you, Tuck.
You just got politically served.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm sorry that I can't. Oh, this is infuriating.
He brought it.
He brought it. He has the it factor.
He didn't bring it. He took a press release sent out by Hillary Clinton's lapdogs, the Media Matters for America, and he read it on the air.
He brought it,
like
he shined it up, and he served it. He brought it to the table, he presented it, shined it up.
Took the lid off. Showed everybody.
And then he brought it. Then he served it.
He's a complete loser.
You got.
No, hold on. You got.
That's wrong. That's not what I said. And I'm sorry that he can't understand. He never even read my Washington Post thing. He just stole it from Media Matters.
But here's the deal. He's got a forum to make you look stupid, and you don't have one back, so you got to use mine, kid.
All right. I am responding herewith by saying he has no idea what he's talking about. He's wrong, and to call me dishonest, I mean, I can't even. It didn't even piss me off that much this morning because it's like so stupid. I mean, anybody who's ever dealt with me will say, I think, that sometimes I'm completely wrong. Sometimes I'm reckless, that's for sure. I defended polygamy on television. Obviously, that's not very smart.
We try to tell you, and you fought it tooth and nail.
And I've never been dishonest. So that's just, in fact, if I was more dishonest, I'd probably be more successful.
Well, with that being said, you did kind of clap back and bring it as to Olbermann's personal life and how it's in shambles. I mean, what did that mean? What were you alluding to there?
I'll tell you exactly what it means.
Tell us right now.
Bring it.
Look, I know a lot of people whose personal lives are problematic.